Tesla's name was this QXO. She's looking at it through this 2230. Again, nice little flag here. This name's definitely been on a bit of a tear. We've seen, or we can see, this nice little flag, another little mini flag here. And now it's really starting to consolidate out, which looks great. And then you don't have earnings, for another few weeks. So maybe they get to move through this 22. Realistically, probably you get a retest this 25 area. That's going to be like the first kind of battleground in the name, so to speak. But if you can be buying it 22 versus 21, risking $1, and you can make 2 or 3 in the name. So definitely a few ideas out there. Again, the main lesson for me from my recent trades has been, the first few days after the entry, keeping the original stop and waiting until there's a confirmation of that upward move before raising that stop to break even, to avoid the unnecessary shakeouts that still kind of push the names higher. But that's all I got for you guys. And if anyone has any ideas they want to go over, now's the time to chime in and we can go for some more names.
I got 2 names I've been watching. And they both have earnings soon, so it's just a bit tough right now with all these earnings coming up. But this LDOS is probably my number one I've got on.
Okay. And you're looking through this 165, 166?
Yeah, it's a bit tough because it's been so wide the last few days. I don't really want to give it the $5 it's kind of been trading in recently, and it's got earnings on the days at the 5th. So I'm kind of just hoping it continues to set up until earnings can maybe give me a move, maybe an opening range breakout if they beat. But yeah, I really like that macro chart it's been going in for the last year or so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is, this area definitely has been a very key, battleground of the name. Again, this move, even like we think of this UNH, again, we'll bounce around a little bit. But when these names do get beaten up, they get beaten up for a while. So like this, this UNH is beaten up, it's going to be beaten up for a year. And your LDOS, it's already been through that beaten up stage. It already had the nearly 50% retracement. It's been nearly a year, forming this new, massive base, and we're seeing very clear resistance. And again, it's a little bit wide in this recent range, but given, this recent range is half of just this 1 day's price action. It's also half of this 1 day's price action. So yes, it is definitely still a bit wide. Wouldn't be thrilled to be buying 166 tomorrow and having to give it versus 158, but this could be one similar like Walmart, where, in Walmart, the breakout level is 100, but there was this tighter support buyback entry to get in to be ready for the 100 breakout. And for this LDOS, given it looks like this 158 is probably going to get, pushed through at some point in the short term to kind of shake out this flag. If that does happen and you get a reversal, then there's potentially somewhere to find the entry, up through 160 versus whatever that new low is. Could be something light, doesn't have to be like full position. And then when you get the name back up into here or after earnings, you're able to add with conviction and rock with it as it trades higher. And that'd be like almost like SMCI if I didn't get stopped at break even with that secondary add. It's like I had the good first entry, go check it out, but the second entry was when it really starts to work. And that would be like this. That first support buyback isn't going to be the fast trade. It's going to be where you get good, good stock. And then that add through that breakout level is when it should have, a big bullish engulfing day where you want to see like, something like this kind of action through that level. We always want this kind of action, just like we have with SMCI today, but that's, more luck than anything else.
Yeah. Yeah. I was trading SMCL, which follows SMCI, and it did the same thing to me.